So today we are in the perfect position to be winning our group stage of the opening phase of the season. If we do win it, we get to play the winner of the other group in a big playoff, with the winner getting to play in a playoff later on in the season to determine the champion of the overall Peruvian League season. It's a little bit confusing, a little bit complicated, and about 3 seasons in, I think I'm only just starting to grasp how it all properly works. We've been nearly in this position before, but we absolutely bottled it. Surely history can't repeat itself again today, can it? Hello and welcome back to Vamos to the Top. Hope you're all doing well and looking forward to today's episode where we've got at least 2 games coming up for you against Bamba, who were promoted last season, and UTC, who are a staple part of the top flight in Peru. Win them both and we will be going to a playoff match later on. Lose them both and it's likely that Cusco will overtake us and steal our thunder. Now, we've only played 1 game in between episodes and it was a lovely 3-1 win. New striker Naranjo scored the second of those 3 goals and it was a well-taken goal, which has added to his tally this season. He's done really well for us so far, a great signing. Unfortunately, his main strike partner Vinicius Popo has picked up a fractured lower leg in training and is going to be out for 2 to 3 months, which is quite devastating to be fair. We're really going to miss our top scorer at the club. Luckily for the next 2 to 3 months, he will be replaced by Juan Beltran, the young player coming through our youth academy, who looks like an incredible striker until you look at his physicals. The technicals and the mentals look fantastic, especially for 18 years old. It's just the physicals of 10 pace, 9 strength, 9 agility, 9 acceleration. It's not ideal. Obviously, we are training him to get better physically, but that's going to be a slow process. But hopefully, over the next 2 to 3 months, playing lots of football will help accelerate that as well. So just to give you a quick overview of the league table right now, we are sitting top of our group, 2 points clear of Cusco with 2 games to go. So as long as we beat Bamba in 6th and UTC in 8th, we're good to go for the playoff, which looks like it might be against Sporting Cristal, the team that won the title overall last season. But Deportes, Melgar and Cienciano are right behind them on 10 points apiece. So it's going to be interesting to see how it ends up at the end of the episode. We won't waste any more time though. Let's jump straight into this first game. And we are actually going to have to deal with a slightly rotated team. As well as the injury to Popo, Lucao and Cabello, our centre-back and right-back, are both suspended for this one, which obviously isn't ideal. So there are some replacements going on in this backline. Now, Castillo, our goalkeeper, has been absolutely superb this season so far, a 7.28 average rating. Ruan at left-back's been really good as well. But at right-back, we are going to have to move over young centre-back Rocha to the right-back spot. This is where we have a little bit of an issue. I think come the mid-season transfer window, a right-back is going to have to be essential coming into the club because Rocha's just not really a right-back at all. Sanchez stays at the right centre-back spot, but of course a young signing, Ortega, is coming into the left centre-back role. He has got a left foot and he has got lots of potential and only 19 years old and 6'4". So I'm happy for him to play, but obviously we need him to adapt quickly and really progress. The midfield, though, is completely as you would expect. We've got Tuesta and Torrejon in the midfield, with Chelly and Carpio on the wings, Naranjo up top, with, of course, the aforementioned Juan Beltran leading the line. So, kickoff is upon us here today, and hopefully within the first couple minutes or so, we're going to get ourselves a nice goal here away from home to Bamba, the newly promoted team. They've actually done pretty well in the opening phase of the season so far, sitting mid-table in our group right now, but hopefully, as Chelly's header is collected comfortably by the keeper, they are going to prove no difficult. They're going to be easy for us to beat. Basically, that's the point I'm trying to make. But I think the words came out all wrong. Either way, they're on the ball right now as they bring the ball up to the halfway line, put it over the top, and watch me now eat my words as they score a goal. I'm sure of it. Yep, told you. Fantastic. Okay, so it's not an ideal start for us right now. The other game we need to be looking out for, of course, is the Cusco game, and they're playing against Ayacucho today, which will probably end up being a relatively easy win for Cusco. I think Cusco seem to be in a bit of a different league to the other teams around us. They're just very good at the moment. Obviously, we're doing quite well ourselves, but as we go nearly 2-0 down, we're not showing it today so far. The only saving grace right now is that Cusco are still drawing 0-0 with Ayacucho. Thrash the Arms, terrible so far, sort it out. Oh. Wasn't watching. Was looking at my laptop next to me. I'll be honest, I thought I'd press pause. I thought I'd press pause on the game because I was replying to a message. Well, this is not very good at all, is it? Gonzalez Vigil, on you come for Juan Beltran, I think, is that who we have to bring off the pitch right now. Chelly's playing terribly. Morales on you come. Sandoval on you come for Carpio as well. Can we make it? Gabriel Delgado, why don't you come on as well for Tuesta? I mean, let's bring the whole gang on, shall we? And let's make everyone complete wing backs or something stupid like that. Now, luckily for us, Cusco are still drawing. If they could just carry on drawing and we stay top of the table, that would be great. But it's starting to look like last season's bottling, where we're in, I think, the exact same position, weren't we? And then we bottled it all in the final 2 games of the opening phase of the season. And it all went terribly wrong. Come on, lads, please do something. I know you're good, because you've played well all season so far, and yet we come against a newly promoted team and we get absolutely battered. Highlight straight from kickoff. I assume this means we're going to score a goal or something. What I'm concerned about, by the way, is Sanchez and Ortega, despite being 3-0 down, are on the highest ratings in the team of a 7 and a 7.1. Like, what are they doing? Really, right now, we need Ayacucho to do us a massive favour and at least hold Cusco to a draw so it stays in our hands. That's what we need. We need them to just hold on to at least a draw, because watch this before now. Watch it before. This guy's got a hat-trick, not a hat-trick, 4 goals against us now. We need to sign him, maybe. Figueroa, 4 goals against us. Annoyingly, 10 finishing, 10 composure, and yet he's pulled an absolute masterclass against us here today. It's horrible. You hate to see it. Will we get a consolation goal via Morales? No. Well, we've certainly tried our hardest today, and by hardest I mean... I don't know what I mean, actually. I really don't know. Although we are 4-0 down, luckily, it's now 5... Despite this, Ayacucho, I think, have just held Cusco to a draw. So, after all of this, we are somehow still top of our group. Thank you very much, Ayacucho. Thank you very much. Right, we just have to beat UTC, who won their game 2-0, and then it's all right. Genuinely, that might be our biggest defeat. That could well be our biggest defeat. I'm trying to look through our results right now. In terms of league stuff, that genuinely is our big... Other than the 4-0 loss that we had... Wait, did we have a 4-0 loss? Yeah, this 4-0 loss up here against Bayern SNL, the first league game that we ever had, that was our biggest loss. I don't think it got any worse than that. So yeah, that 5-0 is the biggest loss we've had in 3 years to a newly promoted team. And they dominated us as well. They absolutely dominated us. We've got 2 weeks off though until the UTC game, so I'm very tempted actually to schedule a couple friendlies. Like genuinely, we need to play well and we need to do something. How about Tuesday? Or no, let's do Saturday and Tuesday. Let's get 2 friendlies in quickly against just some random nearby teams that are crap and we can just batter. Also, love that our players are clubbing together £500 to refund our fans who travelled to that game. And here we go, the first friendly being played, and we absolutely battered this random local 2-0. 1 goal was a penalty as well. Doesn't really inspire confidence in the team all of a sudden. Has there been a patch or something in the past day or so? But I mean, that's my excuse. There's been some sort of secret patch to the game, and it's why my team aren't playing very well now. And in the other game, we did score 5 goals. We couldn't actually keep a clean sheet. So I'm not really sure how I feel. Minus Popo, though, we are back to a full-strength team with Cabello and Lucao starting at right back and centre back. Hopefully that's going to be enough. I'm terrified, though. So all we have to do is win this game. Or lose it and hope that Bolognesi, who are 8th right now, manage to beat Cusco. That would be the ideal one. They have to win that. But no, Cusco, just as this highlight started, have gone 1-0 up in their game. So all of a sudden, the pressure is hugely on our players. We need to win this game, and we will be fine to top the group. And Juan Beltran... Oh no, he scored his, first goal for the club last episode. It was then ruled offside. It's going to VAR. And this one does count. Juan Beltran finally scoring his first competitive goal for us. You love to see it. And it's an absolute rocket. Down with the chest. Turns, shoots, first time, top corner. That is a statement of intent. And so things stay exactly as they are right now. We are going on to win Group B of the opening phase of the season. And looks like we might be taking on Melgar, who are a bit of a surprise package. They're not normally a team right up there, as Juan Beltran gets his second. Once the floodgates open, they're going to score lots of goals. I think what I meant to say was once it rains, it pours, but that also feels like slightly incorrect in the context. There's so many phrases to use. I don't know. Either way, he's scoring goals now. Hopefully he gets a hat-trick here today, but things... Well, I feel a lot better now about things now that we are winning this one, as Carpio gets right down to the corner flag, turns inside to Tuesta, into Naranjo, the big striker, gets his 6th of the season. You love to see it. I think that might actually make him the top scorer at the club now. Oh, what we're worried about? Nothing. We weren't worried about anything. As well as Bolognese also just equalised as well against Cusco. So all of a sudden, things are looking very comfortable for us. I think we can sit back, relax, and enjoy this second half now. At least that's what I'm going to tell myself in my head, because if I said it out loud, of course, that would be FMing myself, wouldn't it? I'm going to jinx... It wasn't a jinx. It wasn't a jinx. It wasn't a jinx. Please. Why do I open my mouth? Why? Tom, never ever open your mouth when playing Football Manager. Never suggest you're going to win. How many times do we know this? We know it all the time. Okay, well, now I'm panicking. Now I'm hugely panicking. I mean, at least Cusco are drawing. This is the one consolation right now, is that if suddenly we go to 3-3... Cusco are drawing. Watch them score in the 90th minute or something stupid like that. Now, I am hesitant to change things wholesale right now to upset the balance of the team. Like it was a shock at the start of the second half. That's all it was. A shock at the start of the second half. Oh my! If that had gone in as I said that would have been awful. Right. Let's be sensible here, shall we? Let's bring Sandoval on and let's bring Morelos on just to play a little bit further back, just to solidify the team a little bit more potentially. Aaron Sanchez on a yellow card. Let's bring Rocha on at centre-back, shall we? Make that change. And let's just waste time a little bit and drop the tempo slightly. Let's just try that, shall we? As Tuesta's corner with 15 minutes to go is not turned into the back of a net. I think things could be under control, but I'm scared to say anything in case I jinx it. I've just seen the scoring thing move around. I don't know who scored a goal. If it's Cusco, I'll be so upset. I'll be so upset if Cusco have scored, especially as we've just... How have we not lost this game? How have we not lost this game? Luckily, it was a Cusco thing, but a red card for a Cusco player. Luckily, I think with 2 minutes to go, we might just be okay. We might just be okay here, particularly if we could grab another goal, which we're not going to do like that, sadly. Right, watch UTC grab the equaliser right now, although Cabello collects that one nicely into Castillo. Castillo, is that his name? I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just panicking. I'm in a bit of a... We've scored a goal. That's fine. Okay, we can relax as well because Cusco just lost as well. 94th minute goal for Bolognese I've just seen there as well. So, we are going to play in this playoff match. As you can see, Cusco conceding there in the 94th minute. You love to see it. So, we actually ended up finishing 4 points clear of them, which is fantastic for us. Who are we going to take on? As apparently, we get to choose a venue. We get to choose if we want to play at home or away. Ah, right. So we take on Melgar. Oh, this is quite interesting. So we get the choice, do we? There's 2 legs of this, I believe. Or is it just... Or is it just the one? It's literally just the one. Let me just double check this on the rules. This is just a one team A one-game thing. There's nothing about legs here. It's actually technically a league table, apparently. Because 3 points for a win. So, I have no idea why we'd want to play home, please. Home would be lovely. Why would you choose away? At what point would you choose away at any instance there? I don't know. Also, Gabriel Delgado sulking because he's not played as much football this season and doesn't think he's going to be a very good player in the future. Sandoval, can you sort this one out for me first and foremost, please? He can't. Right. Delgado. What's up, lads? Not good enough. I need to move on. I'd rather keep you, to be fair, for the homegrown stuff, but also you're not that bad of a player, to be fair. I want you to stay. What will it take to change your mind? Need to be winning league titles and realistically not going to... So hang on. Gabriel Delgado's come to me and said, I'm not good enough to play in this team. Which suggests he's not good enough to win a league title because we're going to win one this season, obviously. But now... Gabriel Delgado, you've gone down in my estimation so much. What about a new contract? That would do. Right. How much do you want? $2,000 a week. Let's iron out the details in the contracts. Right. How much is he on right now? He wants... Jeez, man. He wants a 3x increase on his contract. Right. Let's... Star player. Right. Where's this suddenly come from? It starts off with Gabriel Delgado saying he's not good enough to ever be a regular starter at this club. To now, demanding to be a star player. That's really annoyed me. That's annoyed me so much. And it's the last thing we need right before a big game, which actually is in 3 days' time. So I will rest our first team players at training rest 1 day. And hopefully they are going to be fully rested up for the game against Melgar, which is taking place right now, who have really pulled out the bag to finish top of that group. They've really upset the odds there because Sporting Cristal and Deportes, they're the two teams that really should be fighting for it. Melgar obviously doing something very special at the start of this season. Hopefully we stop them from doing anything else even more special by taking them on with the exact same team that only just won 4-2. Right, here we are then. The final of the opening phase of the season. This gives us a shot to win the title at the end of the season, essentially. It's still a little bit strange for me to get my head around how the whole league works. It's so completely different to anything that I've experienced or know in Europe or anywhere else in the world, essentially. But with Chelly's cross being blocked, this game, winning it, is huge for us. Like, it almost takes the pressure off for the rest of the season to an extent. Essentially, like, as long as we can perform, I think you have to finish in the top half of the table to actually get into the playoff stage at the end of the season. And, you know, I think we should be able to do that. But it takes the pressure off winning the second phase of the season or coming in the top 3 of the second phase of the season. And basically, all we have to do is... That was very lucky for us not to concede there. But essentially all we have to do is just perform for like 3 games at the end of the season. Obviously, in reality, we want to try and do really well to win the second phase of the season because we do want to be like the undisputed champion. We want to win the overall table, our group here, and the second phase of the season table as well. As we go 1-0 down. Hopefully, though, we are going to get straight back in there with Tuesta's corner being put over the bar. Come on, lads. I'm expecting big things from you here. Please. Please. We can't bottle it now. In the biggest game of the club's history since I've been here, essentially. Really. You can't say it's not the biggest game, as the pace of Juan Beltran not really helping him out there as he cannot get on the end of that through ball. And Melgar are looking like they want to advance forward right now by going backwards first and clearing it up long. Please win it in the air. We have just about won it in the air. Lucao heads it on to Cabello, who gets it down to Carpio, into Naranjo, into Tuesta. And now Tuesta looking for options, only finds Sanchez behind him, who goes back to Tuesta, into Carpio, across to Chelly, down to Naranjo. And that is one of the greatest team goals you will ever see. Beautiful one-touch football in the air, beautifully done. That's worth watching a few more times, I reckon. So Tuesta's ball into Carpio, one-touch, two-touch, into Chelly, headed across to Naranjo in the back of the net first touch. Okay, well that is exactly what we need to see here right at the end of this first half, which we have dominated actually. 9 shots to 4 shots, slightly more possession, bigger XG. We do deserve to be ahead in this game, I reckon. So hopefully we can just go out there in the second half, play our football and do what we need to do to get the win. Now, Chelly's free kick cleared and out come Melgar from the back. Can we stop them advancing forward at all here? The answer is yes, we can, just about, as Lukao Cavalcanti gets the ball into Ruan, into Torrejon, into Ruan once again. He finds Chelly, who's now got time to, well, I was going to say run down the wing, but he just gave the ball away to Melgar. Well done, Chelly, you prick, that was great. We might sub off in a second, actually. He's got a second chance now to try and prove something. Actually plays a decent pass that time as we hold on to possession, with Sanchez now bringing it over the halfway line into Carpio, into Naranjo. Naranjo, oh, can't make it to. You hate to see it, but he is in great form right now. Come on, boys, we know we can do it. All the highlights are in our favour right now as Carpio collects the loose ball. Back to Cabello. Cabello into Sanchez. I mean, they're doing well to hold us off, really. They are, you know, holding their defensive shape quite nicely, our Melgar. We need to try and find a way through it as Ruan into Chelly. Chelly into Torrejon. Torrejon back to Ruan. And again, we just can't find these balls forward. It's very tightly compact, but that was an absolutely killer ball. And somehow the Melgar keeper pulls off an incredible save. The through ball, though, was absolutely incredible. Like, talk about defence splitting. That is the definition of defence splitting. But sadly, we just could not put that ball in the back of the net. And we keep knocking at the door. We're hounding at them. Surely now, we are going to be able to grab ourselves a goal. Juan Beltran turns into Chelly. Chelly to Tuesta. And this keeper is having the absolute game of his life right now for Melgar. What a player he is. He is single-handedly, quite literally, keeping them in this game right now. What rating is he on? Can we see any of it? We'll find out in a second what ratings he is on, because he must be on something ridiculous rating-wise. Another chance to come forward down the left-hand side once again. 58 minutes on the clock. Naranjo. Ball forward to Chelly, not that great. And the keeper, who's been absolutely fantastic so far, manages to find an attacker. That's a great pass and well won in the air as well. As now Melgar... Oh, I thought there was going to be an issue there with Castillo at the back there, but it's not. He rolls the ball out to Lukao Cavalcanti. And eventually we're working it down the wings now. Chelly doesn't like to hold up with the ball and run with it, does he? He just likes to get rid of it quite quickly. I mean, you've got pace, you've got dribbling. Use it, lad, please. I'd like you to. You should be using it. It should be like tactically instructed to use it. So a little bit confused why he's not doing that, essentially. But we can't complain too much because we are in the ascendancy right now. Juan Beltran with an incredible cross to get an assist, but an even more incredible goal there from Naranjo. I can't quite believe what we've just seen there. Incredible ball from Juan Beltran. And that first time volley. Naranjo's insane. I love him to pieces. What a player. And so we are 2-1 up. Melgar have not had a shot in this second half so far. And they still haven't just yet. But I imagine they will do now that I've said that, won't they? You can yep, they will because they've got a penalty. Right, Castillo, we need you to save this, please, lad. Do us a favour. Chelly on the ball then, on the left-hand side of the pitch, decides to go to Ruan, back inside to Torrejon, in towards Juan Beltran, who's offside. Yeah, it was offside, I think, but... Oh, he wasn't. Oh, it's another amazing save from their keeper then. 3 game-saving saves. Yeah, that's maybe the word I'm looking for. Right, 10 minutes to go. I can't believe we're not winning this. Let's make some changes, shall we? Let's make some changes. Chelly off you come for Moreles. Let's do that. Ruan for Kevin Moreno. Changes down the left-hand side of the pitch. That seems to be where we're attacking quite a lot, but we're not having a huge amount of success right now. So let's change it up a little bit as... we're going to extra time. We should not be going to extra time. You look at these match stats. This should not be an extra time sort of game. It should not. As it rolls all the way through. What more can we do realistically here? I don't really know. How good are Juan Beltran's penalties? Because 9 penalty taking. What about Gonzalez Vigil? 12. Right, well, that might signal the end of the game for Beltran then. And how good are Torrejon's penalties? 11. What about Delgado's penalties? 6. Okay, that's not going to be a thing. Sandoval, your penalties are 4. Okay, let's not bring those two on. Let's just confirm that. Shout encourage. Everyone's happy. And yet nothing is happening. Oh, there is a highlight. As Cabello finds Carpio, who goes back to... What? What was that meant to be? Oh, right. You know your team's bad when on paper, with 12 composure and 11 penalties, Cabello is supposedly your best taker. Right, can we just auto pick it? They're all terrible. They're all terrible at penalties. I did not want this at all. Goal. We've scored one at least. We've scored one. Castillo obviously conceded one in the game. Hopefully he makes amendments here in the shootout. And he does so far. He does so far. Okay. Up steps Kevin Moreno, the left winger, with his left foot. Goal. Cool. Right. Now we need Castillo to do his business again. Please, Castillo, do a job. Nearly. Oh, so close to saving that one. So close. Up steps Moreles, who doesn't take much of a pause. You love to see it. Okay, that's good. And now we need another penalty saved to just really take the pressure off us a little bit. Nearly. Not quite, but we're still winning. We're still winning. Cabello, on paper, supposedly, you could argue our best penalty taker. And so if he misses, it'll be a shock. Luckily, he doesn't miss. Okay. Save this penalty and we win. I'll be honest, I think we deserve to win this game. I really think we deserve to win it. But if we save this penalty, it's all done and dusted now and it won't go down to our final man. The pressure on Reyna's shoulders is massive. Castillo can't quite make the save. Really should have done by the looks of the animations on the screen there. Didn't really get a good jump. And now all of that pressure rides on Torrejon's shoulders, who actually, for a fifth undertaker, I quite like, on the grounds that he's old, he's experienced, he knows what he's doing, and he's not going to miss. He's not going to miss. We've done it. We've won the opening phase of the season, which is huge for us. Because, to my understanding, and I'm still not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure this gives her the trophy, weirdly. I'm not quite sure why there's such a trophy celebration for this. It's just the opening phase of the season. Like, it almost feels like pre-season to an extent, but it gives her the shot of the title at the end of the season playoffs. And that's huge. Also, £431,000 for winning that. That's a really nice bit of money for us. That takes us up to 700. Has that actually done anything? Has that been added to our bank balance? 1st of June. Oh, that was yesterday. Okay. So I was looking at this. Last month, our biggest income was prize money. Okay. So we really were actually quite low on the budget. I didn't realise how low we'd gotten. Man of the opening phase of the season, though, is definitely Naranjo. He's been absolutely superb, scoring 8 goals in 9 appearances so far in the league. Absolutely stellar. So next time out, we will be back for So next time out, we'll be back at some point in July, or maybe even August actually, depending on when we come back for next episode. Be one of those sorts of dates around this sort of time, unless we go on a big cup run, which is quite likely to be fair, and then we'll come back for the latest phases of the cup stuff. But if not, we'll come back probably July, August time. So thank you ever so much for watching today's episode. It was a bit sketchy, but we got there in the end just about, and we finally got technically a bit of silverware to celebrate in Vamos to the Top, which is very exciting. So that is something to celebrate tonight, I think. Until next time though, have a lovely evening. Speak to you all soon. Goodbye.